YouTube? It's Matt with Olympus Reptiles. I'm still trying to come up with a good code word, like, ball lovers. Ball lovers? What about ball enthusiast? God, I'll come up with one of these days. Tell them, I guess, Dave, I guess you're just more clever than me. All right. And it's all in fun. If you guys know, I love Dave Kaufman. So don't anybody think I'm being an ass. That's just my sense of humor. Today we're going to talk about some of our pairings for 2019. So 18, we're kind of wrapping up, right? We're going to move into 2019 and start trying to make some babies. So we're going to do videos on several different pairings that we're working on, and I want to share those with you. So first and foremost, we're going to start, not first and foremost, I'm excited about all these. And I decided to do these videos a little different. Rather than just like pairings here, 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 and here, I'm going to show you the pairing and show you why I'm choosing to do that. So what we have here is this really nice, you can see all the colors in it, a little bit of coconut dirt on it, toffino. So really cool looking snake, right? I love the coconut. One thing I hate about coconut is I always look at it, I'm like, oh, look at that speck right there. Look at that. Come look at this, Kurt. I'm like, oh my God, look at that. It's coconut. See, it wipes off, and when you smash it, nothing bad happens. It's coconut. So it does make me always do a double take. That's the one frustrating thing. But toffino, that means this is a Toffee albino. It is not a double recessive. Okay, it contains one. It's heterozygous for Toffee, heterozygous for albino. However, that's an allele combo, and you get a toffino. Does that make sense? Clear as mud. So what we're going to do this year, if you remember, our female albino, who is having a shed. I'm not going to breed her. She's in shed. That's all right. He's got two girlfriends. We have another female albino right here, who's not in shed. And we are going to breed these two together. What that should produce would be nothing but albinos and toffinos. So half and half of each. So we'll have a lot of recessive combos. He will be breeding both of those females this year, hopefully. This will be her first year, and that albino is one that has given us some fits lately. She keeps producing 8 eggs, but is our one that throws a lot of slugs. Last 2 years, the same male. She threw a ton of slugs. We're trying to avoid that by switching males and see what exactly is going on. However, you need to shed, girly. I don't like pairing them this early when they're in shed. You can, but if it was like middle of November and they were all breeding really hard, we continue to do so. But given this, we're going to just go ahead and wait. Now, one of the most exciting pairings I have, and that truly is one of the most exciting pairings I have, is my boy Zeus here. Now, Zeus is my zebra bee, and Zeus is awesome. Also one of my friendlier snakes, because, well, I play with him all the time. That's right, ball lovers, we play with snakes. That kind of almost worked, but not quite. So we're going to go ahead and put him to his mom. Yeah, there's a little bit of a complex there, but this is why we're doing that. Because this is a first. I am not feeding you today. And you can see these girls are really interested in eating, even though they just ate recently, which is good. No, this is a whole different thing. You're not getting fed. You're getting some nookie. Stop that. This is where Kurt hopes I get bit, but I'm not going to get bit. All that was just a touch, a little tap. So we'll let her know we're not feeding her. We'll put that in there. And now, that is a first generation, if you want to call it an inbreed, or a line breed, or what do you want to say. So I would not recommend taking the offspring from that clutch, buying a sibling set from me and breeding those siblings together. Probably starting to get a little bit mixed, because what we have is we have mother to son. So those siblings should probably be separated and bred elsewhere. Usually when you see a hard cut in a video, or battery died or something, and I typically blame that on my camera guy. That one was my fault. Somebody in this room forgot to turn their cell phone ringer down. So anyway, that hard cut was brought to you by my Google Pixel XL, which likes to ring at inopportune times. But now it's off, so we should be back working. So anyway, like I was saying, that is a mother to daughter, or not mother, a father, yes, a mother to son pairing. So those siblings, you don't want to stick together. They need to be outcrossed. We could get away with doing a father to one of those sibling pairings, and very likely might if I get the right thing I want to keep back. fingers crossed. Although I have a different male that's not related that's being held back to go to the daughter from that when the time comes. So there's some prior planning there. If I did go with him to one of those daughters, that would be the last step I could go, I feel comfortably, before I would want to outcross and bring in new blood. Is that based on any set science? Not necessarily. People have gone way further, but I also want to make sure that the genetics are strong when we pass them on, and so I will end up outcrossing some of that. So anyway, I want to put that out there. If you pick those up, sib to sib, they're already kind of related, so time to outcross. All right, let's do one more pairing in this video. Well, let me explain, I guess, the outcome of that pairing too before I go. So mom is a pastel head axanthic, and dad is a zebra bee axanthic, all SK line. So what we could get is, of course, you know, pastels, spiders, bumblebees, and then killer bees, all axanthic, and anything that's not axanthic will be 100% head axanthic. So what, of course, we're shooting for is the killer bee axanthic, which has always been one of my dreams from the first day I started this. It was zebra bees and killer bee axanthics that I really, really wanted to make. So that's why this clutch for me is such a big deal, because I'm using my zebra bee that I produced here in-house to make killer zebra bees. Really, really excited. And those bloodlines all come from TGR and from JD Constriction, so the quality is extremely nice. What I mean is my original axanthic spider male came from Tallgrass Reptiles. My pastel head axanthic female came from JD Constriction. Those two produced my zebra bee, who is now going back to the pastel head axanthic. So my expectation for the babies are for them all to be extremely, extremely nice examples of axanthic. Time to take a breath. Well, let's show you one more pairing today that I'm also very excited about. Oh, are you in shed too? I think you are. Means you're probably going to bite the shit out of me. Now, it's a male. So a male, yes, he is in shed. Let me set him down here so you can get a look at him. A male I'll go ahead and put to a female in shed. I don't worry about that as much. What this is, if you get a good shot of that head in there, you'll see this is a Lemon Blast Scaleless head. So, of course, it contains pastel, pinstripe, and scaleless head. And we've got several things I want to put that to throughout the year. But one of the ones I really am excited to stick it to would be this girl right... Where did you go, girl? Where did she go? Here. Which this girl here is... Oh, shit. She's in shed, too. Sometimes your plans just go south. Yep, she is in shed. This is a fire yellow belly. So that pairing, when we do get to do it, when nobody's trying to shed, of course we're looking for like firing pins and things like that all in. How is that still happening? I turned the sound off. All in scaleless head. Fire yellow belly pinstripe scaleless head would be the cream of the crop. But since that one is not happening, look, it's making a heart saying it loves me. Not really. We'll go ahead and put that back, because again, I want that female to shed out first. Here you go, buddy. I know, it is terrible. And we're going to do one more for you, since that one didn't work out. Hey, you're not in shed. You're a happy little guy in the water dish. And that is my black pastel banana. All right, so this is the clutch that I'm going to get some hate for. Because what is it going to? My black pastel female. She actually looks like she's starting to go into shed too. 'Tis the season, but I'm not worried about her because she's an experienced breeder. She'll know what to do even in shed, and it's not going to be a problem. And they've already locked before. Now, for those of you keeping score, that is a banana black pastel to a black pastel. So yes, that has a chance at super black pastel and super black pastel bananas, which is what we're shooting for. Yes, I am aware of what can happen with super black pastel and the kinking issues. Well aware. Here's the thing. I've done some research and I've talked to several people and I've got some ideas on some things that I can do that I think might help with that. Is it a guarantee? It's not. Do I think I have the key to it? Maybe. A lot of other people have tried things that haven't worked. But I've got my own system that I want to try with that pairing to see if we can eliminate or at least drastically reduce the kinking. So we're going to go for a banana super black pastel and we're going to see what happens. Now I want to be clear. If that pairing takes, we hatch babies and we hatch, multiple kinked up messes in that clutch. You're going to get kinks every now and then. I hatched my first kink baby this year. It's going to happen. It wasn't a kinking clutch or genes known to kink or anything. It was just a kinked up baby. But if I do this clutch and I get multiple kinks and everything that's super black pastel comes out as a train wreck, rest assured, I won't be doing it again, okay? But I am not willing just to look at what everybody's done and be like, okay, it's not going to work when I have some ideas that I think are different enough that may make that work. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy or it's going to be right for everybody to do if it does work. Some people won't want to mess with what I'm going to have to mess with to make this work if it does. But basically what it boils down to be fully open, is we're going to try to incubate them just a smidge cooler. So they'll take a little bit longer to cook. I typically run my temperatures at 90. 90 is not on the cutting edge of the high side, but it's close. And, you can usually expect babies in about 56 days, 57 days in my experience with my incubator and what we do. And we have really healthy babies with a very, very high success rate. I'll be running these in a completely separate incubator, likely running them at about 87 to 88 degrees. They're going to probably take closer to 65 to 70 days to hatch. At that, the longer development time is one way that we hope to prevent some kinking. Most people seem to think that a lot of issues in babies, when you hatch babies that come out with kinks and deformities, is due to temperature swing and spikes in the incubator. So, in thinking about that, if you have an animal that we know kinks and is susceptible to kinking, it would seem reasonable that it would be even more susceptible to temperature swings within the incubator, helping lead to cause kinking, right? And if you can keep it very, very stable, you're less likely to have that issue. Correct? Everybody following along, I hope? So my thought is I'm going to use a completely separate incubator, put them in there, close the door, dust my hands off, walk away. I'm not even going to check them eggs for 15 days. 15 days, quick peek, check, make sure it's good, close it back. I'm not going to check them for another 15 days. Day 30, quick check, make sure they're good, close it back. And I'm going to leave them alone for another 15 days. And I may not even do it at the 15-day intervals. Check at day 45, make sure they're good, and then I'm not going to start checking them until about day 60. At day 58 to day 60, when I'm starting to really honestly, your development's kind of done and you're looking for those to start pipping, of course, then we'll be checking on a daily basis. But until then, we're not. And I actually may use a clear front incubator with a clear tub, so I don't have to check them then. I can just look through there and not ever open it until I see that first pip. Why? Why is that important? Well, when you have a big incubator, and I've got 15 clutches in there, 8 clutches in there, whatever it may be, and they're all at different points in their hatch cycle. So, maybe these came and were laid in August, and I have some things that were laid in June, and now they're ready to hatch, and some in July that are ready to hatch. So I'm constantly in there, right? Checking for things that are pipped, pulling out ones that have pipped, closing it, cutting those eggs, putting them back in there, and you're always going to have some temperature swing and some temperature variance when you have multiple clutches in one incubator that you're constantly being in and out of. And you have to be in and out of there because shit's hatching, right? It's not like you're checking it too much. It's just part of the work. So by separating these out in their own incubator, I can remove some of those variables and try to keep that temperature at a rock solid, this is it, and not mess with it. And hopefully with that, and hopefully we'll see if that helps improve our odds on super black pastels not being a problem. All right, so that's the plan. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. If it doesn't work, then I'll be the first to put my hand up and be like, yep, it was a great idea and it sucked, and I'll move on and never do the pairing again. If it does work, then, for any of you that kind of rip my ass here, you'll be eating crow. Actually, you won't, because you'll just disappear. I'll never talk to you again. All right, Kurt, anything you want to
add? Can snakes hear music?
That's funny. I don't think they can really hear music, because here's the thing. Snakes don't have ear holes. Lizards do, snakes don't. So if you don't have ear holes, sound waves can't really travel into your head. But they have the small bones for ears, so they can feel vibrations. So like if their head's on the ground and vibrations are traveling through the ground, they're going to pick that up. So if you got music playing and you're feeding, like a little Google Home speaker like we use, probably not a big problem. If you've got like some boom, 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 boom bass that's shaking everything and you can feel it, they fucking can too, and they're likely probably not going to eat for you as well. So yes and no. It depends, I guess, is the best answer I have for that.
Well, it's just maybe we could play some music to get him in the mood to
start
breeding.
Were you trying to make a joke? So I thought that was like a legit question. So you were talking about putting on some Marvin Gaye, a little candlelight, like bow chicka bow wow. Should we put Marvin Gaye, or should we just what we could do? We could play videos in here of like snakes, breeding. See if we can maybe make this like a snake adult video den and see if that gets them in the mood, right? Put them some good smells and some more gay. Yeah, we'll just make it like put a pole in here, put a snake around the pole. I don't know. All kinds of ideas.
You're going too far.
Going too far? Did I jump the shark? I jumped the shark. All right. If I jumped it too far, you can just take that shit out. I don't know. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate each and all of you being here. Also, before I go, I haven't started growing it yet, but for October and November, actually just for November, I'll be growing a beard to raise money for children that will not get a Christmas here in our community to help ensure that they get a Christmas. It's called Hair for the Holidays. So we'll be putting links in our videos to donate to that. And then all of November, you'll see me grow a beard that an adolescent will be proud of. And that's what we're going to be doing. All right, anything else, Kurt?
No.
Kurt, you going to grow a beard in November too?
Yes.
You will?
Yes.
Kurt's going to grow a beard in November. So he'll grow a better beard than me. It'll be quite embarrassing. So this is what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen in November. So Kurt's going to make jokes about my beard. And I'm going to make jokes about his height. So you're going to have a whole month filled with beard jokes and jokes about height. And Kurt, you can't grow a goatee. I'm talking a full-fledged beard. Full frickin' mountain man. You game?
Yeah.
All right. ZZ Top it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all later.